Hello, ladies and gentlemen. MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Valkyria Chronicles. And we just went to the cabin in the woods after doing the Metal Gear Awesome. We're in a cabin in the woods. So we've got some story coming up, and then we've got another fight in this chapter. So because that doesn't count as a real fight, I guess. So let's see what Chapter 8 Life is. It sounds like it's going to be, you know, a little different than what we've been used to so far.
Alicia, someone's coming. Freeze!
Welkin, what?
He's badly wounded. I'm surprised he can even walk. Help me.
Welkin, do something! Well?
It's no use. The wound's way too deep.
It hurts. It's so dark. Oh, God, Mother! Mother?
It's okay. Don't be afraid. Mother's right here. Everything's fine. See?
Yes. It's...
So, they came across a wounded Imperial soldier, and they, you know, they tried to take care of him. Which, that's something that I would want to say I would be able to do, but you know, in a war like that, it just goes to show the character of Welkin and Alicia. That is something that they tried to do. Like, in any other situation, like, they're on opposite sides. They're going to try to shoot each other, and yet they're going to try to save his life. That's just, it's impressive to me. It's a really strong message for this game, really. It's really deep.
You find the boss and Alicia?
No, still nothing.
Isara, how about you quit messing around and help us look?
The Edelweiss still requires maintenance.
Your own brother's gone missing here, and you'd rather be doing maintenance work than look?
It's because he's missing that I'm doing this. We have no idea when he'll be back, but making sure the Edelweiss is ready for him is the best thing I can do for him now.
Not like I care either way.
I hear what you're saying, kid. Just be sure you rest up while you can. You've been working since first thing this morning. You're Squad 7's only tank pilot. If you pass out on us, we're all toe up. Hear me? Getting a good night's rest is another thing you can do for your brother right now.
I understand. Thank you for your advice, Largo.
Sure.
And with that conversation, you see that at least Largo is learning that, you know, people are people. People are human beings, regardless of, you know, nationality. Because he started off as rather, you know, racist towards the Darksons. But Isara's growing on him. Which, if Isara's growing on him, then it shows that, you know, it could be that, you know, Darksons aren't bad people. So, and then the next section, One in Death. This one is just wholeheartedly depressing. Oh god. This whole section is just really depressing.
Welkin, I couldn't do anything for that poor man. He was lying there asking me for help, but all I could do was watch him die.
That's not true. You helped him in a way only you could, Alicia. The look on his face when he passed on wasn't one of pain.
No, I guess you're right. Thank you, Welkin. I'd always just thought of the Imperials as monsters out to kill Gallians. But they're just as human as we are, huh? With families of their own to fight for.
See, this is one thing that just gets me. It's like, both sides see what they're doing as right, but the other side obviously sees them as wrong. It's really a matter of perspective, whether or not you're a hero or a villain. That's just the perspective of it.
Yeah, they are.
It's like the war started and we all forgot that. It's so simple, but if we weren't at war, he might be back at home with his family now. Hey, Welkin. Did I ever tell you I don't have one? A family, I mean. I grew up in an orphanage. I don't even know my parents' names.
No, you didn't.
But maybe I'm actually lucky, huh? If you never have a family in the first place, you can't ever lose them.
And that is just a wholeheartedly depressed. Like, that actually physically pained me the first time I read that sentence. It's like, oh, there's no way to respond to that. There just really isn't. That's just... Like, the only way I would be able to respond to someone saying that was I would just hug them. Like, that's as sappy as that is. Like, that's just really, really hard to hear.
I guess being all alone has its perks.
Don't even joke about it. You know you're not alone. You've got me and Ys, everybody in Squad 7. We're all a family now, Alicia.
Squad 7? A family?
Sure. I'm the dad, you're the mom, Rosie and Isara are like daughters. And Largo is the grandpa. Come on, can't you see it?
If he heard that, you know Largo would kick your butt.
I wouldn't go for Largo as grandpa, but like angry uncle, maybe? Like, angry older uncle?
Sure, we have our share of fights, but they say that best friends fight the most, right?
Yeah.
So don't go saying you're all on your own. You hear me?
All right, Welkin. And thanks.
And now is when things get even more interesting, and even more real.
The helmet and rifle? They belong to Fritz, sir.
Are you two the ones who laid him to rest?
Yes.
There are signs of medical treatment inside the cabin, sir.
Why then? Explain to me the reasons you had to save his life.
He was delirious. He was crying out for his mother. We may be enemies in this war, but we all have families waiting for us at home. As a human being, I couldn't just sit by and watch a man in pain without trying to do something.
We always called him a mama's boy, sir. And now... Sorry, Fritz. I wish we could have been there for you.
And you, son, do you have a family?
Yes. I have a younger sister. And I have another sort of family as well. I have the soldiers of my squad.
I see. I have a wife and daughter back at home. I feel the same as you. My men are like a second family to me. Thank you. Thank you for honoring Fritz as you did. I'm sure his mother will appreciate it. I suppose we'll meet again on the battlefield. I'm sorry for that. You both seem like good people. For now, so long.
Well, I guess we should hurry back and join the squad.
You're right.
And it's that sort of thing. It's like, all it took was just trying to be a decent human being to make them forget, yeah, we're on opposite sides and we're going to have to kill each other. Like, how about we don't right now and just leave? And it's that, if you can see humanity, you aren't as apt to want to destroy that in others, regardless of, viewpoints or opinions or anything like that, any sort of, agenda. It's like, if you see the humanity in someone else, regardless of the side that they're on, like, it's really easy to forget that everyone's just all human. And Reunion in the Forest is the next battle that we get to deal with, and this one is just a right pain in the ass.
The gunshots from before came from around here. The rest of the squad may still be in combat close by.
And they are, and we have to get to them in combat. The enemy's base camp is located in the river's south bank, and the force deployed around it is significant. They are not lying. They also put up quite a defense, including a barrier that only a tank can take down. You and the rest of your squad are separated by the river, north from south. Until you reach their position, they won't be able to use the Edelweiss. You need to get to them as soon as humanly possible, then immediately launch your attack. Your objective is to occupy enemy's base camp. The enemy knows your tank is out of commission. Expect them to come crashing down on your squad in the meantime. Until you get to them, they need to take cover behind the sandbags to keep our camp safe. And a reminder, you won't be able to issue orders until you get back to the Edelweiss's wireless communication system. Alright, so victory, we have to capture enemy base camp. Failure, if the Edelweiss is destroyed, Welkin or Alicia died, the enemy occupies our base camp or 20 turns pass. So, we have Alicia and Welkin here that cannot move. They cannot change. And then we have our actual camp, in which we are going to want to put some of our troops. So we're going to put Rosie, Largo. Well, Largo's gonna move up front. That's where Largo's gonna go. And then we're gonna put Nadine, and we're gonna put Catherine. Yeah, we're basically gonna use everything that we can, because this is not a fun fight.
We've got to meet back up with the squad. Ready to go, Alicia?
So, what we have to do is we have to get Welkin to the Edelweiss. So that way we can, use the tank, issue commands, actually make use of it. Unfortunately, standing in between us and them are a bunch of enemies. And then there's...
Alicia, how's that ankle doing?
I forgot that Alicia, had ankle issues.
Just fine. I'm A-okay here.
I saw some black smoke in the distance. That could be the other Sevens.
But black smoke would mean they could be engaging the enemy.
Right. There could be enemies near us, too. Let's get back to the others ASAP.
Then there's that bullshit. There is a mortar launcher. Like, mortar cannon, like 550 HP for a mortar cannon that's just gonna start randomly dropping mortars on us. We have a sniper, and then we have an enemy ace here. Cytreat the Lynx. He has only 99 HP, but as an enemy ace, his evasion is just next to complete crap. And then there's also a hidden shock trooper here. So what you have to do, if you want to do this quickly, you take Welkin, run him down here so that he runs down on to the riverbank, across the river at its narrowest point, and then up the ladder here to get him to the Edelweiss. And then look at the enemy camp. Look at this bullshit. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 Lancers, 3 shock troopers, 2 light tanks, and a sniper. All of that, plus the fact that we are getting mortared, and we have 2 snipers here that can and will target sections of the base. And then that's not even counting what's past the wall, which are going to be landmines and a single shock trooper taking over. And then they can call for reinforcements, and they will call for reinforcements. So,
Ready to go.
the strategy that I've seen for this that we're going to be adopting is just running the hell down there. Because these enemies are going to be throwing out tons of damage toward us. Like that. We could try to attack the Lynx. In fact, we're going to try just... Nope, because he's going to dodge. Thankfully, he's a sniper, so he can't counterattack. But you want to try taking him out, because, you know, might as well. And then we have to get Welkin back to the tank without dying. So we got to look out for landmines, because there are landmines all over the damn place out here. Like, I am not a fan of how they chose to lay this fight out.
Here we go.
So not a fan. Alright. And each time you play this, it's going to be slightly different because of where the mortars can just, you know, choose to hit. So...
We're back, everybody. Sorry to worry you.
Welks! Oh, good. Are you hurt at all?
No, we're fine. What's your status here?
We were unable to break through the enemy line without you to lead the Edelweiss. Now that you're back, we'll launch a tank offensive on your command.
All right, good. Squad 7, commence the attack.
Alright, so now we've got the Edelweiss back. That is now usable, which is going to make this fight a little bit easier. But then there's also one exceptional pile of BS, is that all of these enemies have some sort of stat down. The shock troopers, if they hit you, will inflict attack down. The snipers will inflict accuracy down. The scouts have defense down. So, screw everything about this fight. Just screw it right in the ass. And then, look at how many people were actually over there. So trying to take out the mortar cannon is just a level of bullshit that you're not going to be able to do with 2 scouts. Like, you can try throwing some grenades in there, but just the sheer number of shock troopers that are going to be shooting at you, that's just not right. Alright, so speaking of, we have a couple of enemies that we're going to take out. I want to take out one of those shock troopers, but first we're gonna take out one of those tanks. The tank is a threat. So we're going to take out the tank by basically just running over everyone. Look at this! Look at this! Alright, so I can't actually take out... Actually, I might be able to take out... No, I can't target that. I keep hitting the body. So we'll go with a mortar. We'll go for the enemy leader shock trooper. Alright, so what else we got? How much CP do we have left? Alright, so I could take out... I'm going to take out the tank. The tank needs to go. Because the tank is actually a ridiculous threat. So, no tank for them. And then... I should probably not let them get too close to me, because that's a lot of lancers. And speaking of, let's take out something. We've got a shock trooper there that I could try to take out. That's really all I can actually see. We could take out that sniper, and that's... is that it? Yeah, that's it, because everyone else is... oh no, I could take out a Lancer. Lancer might actually be worthwhile, because I don't... or I could miss completely. Thank you for that. Alright, so that's the end of the turn, and that's where I'm going to end this episode. So I will see you guys in the next installment. So hopefully we don't fail. So till then, later everyone.